Hello, Chris here for Tech. Today I show you how I speed up my PC by almost 30% with this simple trick. Alright, so let's get started. I'm using an Intel CPU, and with this graph here you can clearly see that the core speed and the CPU link, it's going wrong. I mean, I have a bottleneck here, and this is due to the temperature. I didn't record them, they were too high. Frankly, it was so scary. I ended up simply to clean my CPU and reapply the thermal paste. So to do so, you need to get familiar with your CPU cooler and how to remove it. It's not very difficult, as you can see here with a simple screwdriver for this particular motherboard and CPU. I just have to twist a little bit, remove the CPU, clean it, and of course I will go through the process for that, not to worry. So here it is, it will come out very soon, and you will see that it's pretty dry, and it has to be done because it's a long time overview. Not here the way I will handle the CPU. It's very important not to touch the contacts, alright? Especially for this CPU. You will notice two things. The thermal paste wasn't enough and it's completely dry. Also here you will see later when I remove the fan from the cooler that is completely clogged up. Alright, so let's get started with that. So here you can see I'm using a wipe to remove all the dry paste that was left over. Alright, and it's pretty dirty. Well, for the little that there was anyway. Now for the CPU, I'm a little bit off center, I apologize for that, but it's the same process. Just wipe it thoroughly and you should head up with a cooler like that. Alright, now I'm removing the fan from the heatsink in order to clean the heatsink. Wait for it, there it is. Well, not as bad as I thought, but anyway. It still has to be done. It's better than. So here you will see that I'm using this. Normally it's for my camera. I just like to do so. You don't need that. All right. It's just to remove everything which is not really stuck to the fin or to the heatsink. All right. Normally I'm using only, or you can use only the two brushes as I'm doing so. All right. I will try not to make this too long. I just show you that it's better to go both ways, alright, and fin by fin. That's the best way I find for it, alright. Don't worry, I will cut it short. I won't do all the fins because surely you don't want me to last an hour showing you how to do one fin by one fin, okay, and you know how to do it anyway. And I don't want you to see how much I struggle sometimes. It's no point as well. Okay, so once this is done, we can tackle the heatsink, which, as you can see, you have a few ways to do it. There is no right, no wrongs, as long as you can remove as much as possible. Alright, the only thing is trying not to bend them, but normally the heatsink for CPUs are pretty strong, and you won't have this problem. Alright, okay. You can see there was quite some dust here. Anyway, once this is done, alright, myself I will use normally the wipe. Okay, if you do so, make sure that you wait until all the alcohol is evaporated from the heatsink or the fan. If you do so, alright, you don't want to have any problem later on, okay, especially when you apply the paste, alright. So basically that's all I needed to clean it. You want to clean it with water, feel free, but make sure it's dry before you do anything else. Alright, so now I'm going to put back the cooler on the heatsink. I just need to align the notch and apply a little bit of force. Never force too much, alright? Especially in my case, this CPU cooler, it's very old, and the plastic may be a little bit brittle. All right. Now that this is done and everything is clean, I will put it back together. So the CPU is dry and clean. I will just need now to apply, to put the CPU in the socket, and for this you need to match the notch, right, here and here. You can see the arrow there, need to match as well. Okay, it's very difficult for you not to put it in the right way. Or should I say, to do something wrong. Okay, the time for the thermal paste. I'm using the whole one that I have, but nowadays you have many brands. There is, I'm sure if you look on the internet, a few ways to apply. I mean, people will say it's the right way, it's the wrong way. This for me works for many of my builds that I made, and I have no problem whatsoever. I wish I had made this build here like this. I wouldn't have that problem with the paste that was not enough. Okay, so here the reason why I do this, it's to make sure that the paste is all over the CPU and not only in one spot, like sometimes when you put the dot, if you don't put enough, it ends up like I was. And as you can see, the way I did it by applying the Cellotape, you can do that with gloves, was very easy, and my finger was clean after, very easy to remove. Now I'm just putting the things back together, not forgetting to plug back the fan. That's very important. All right, guys, not to forget to plug in the fan. Once this is done, then I just, for this special CPU and heatsink, I just have to align the holes, push them back a little bit and twist slightly. That's what I'm doing now. All you have to do to make sure that you adjust the CPU cooler correctly is wiggle a little bit. If it's not moving, good job, guys. Okay, so after applying the paste, as you can see, the trend, it's normal now. The single channel, it's lower than the triple channel. Definitely will stop the bottleneck due to the CPU. This is how I gain my almost 30% very easily. Of course, for you, if you do this simple trick, maybe the first time it will take you 15 minutes, but after that, maybe the second time, like me, now it takes about 5 minutes. Very simple. Also, you can see that it doesn't require that much of tools to do so. So, well, do you think you should do it? I do. Now, for the how often should you do it? Normally, every 2 to 3 years, I guess so. That's what I do myself. Enough of the blabbering. So now let's see the two charts in comparison, and you will see by yourself that, well, very easy to do, and you see the difference. Actually, myself, I do. That's all for today. So if you like this video, please do like it, or if you don't, you know what to do. You can also subscribe, or simply press the bell button and